Welcome to Crackers and Milk. I am joined by Jacob and Michael. I'm your host, David. We are actually going to be talking about Princess Bride today. And Jake has our synopsis. Then Jake will have his paragraph.
There you go. Yes. A fairy tale adventure about a beautiful young woman and her one true love. He must find her after a long separation and save her. They must battle the evils of the mythical kingdom of Florian to be reunited with each other, based on the William Goldman novel The Princess Bride, which earned its own loyal audience.
It is a good book.
Yeah, it's an okay book.
It's good enough.
Wait, are you saying the book is less good than the movie? Because almost every book is better than the movie, according to Jake.
No, that's not true.
Okay, which one?
So, I saw the Lord...
I know.
Not to go off topic.
I know.
So, this fits in with it. I saw the Lord of the Rings movies, at least 1 and 2, before I read any of the books.
Really?
Yeah. I know.
Oh, I thought you were always a Lord of the Ring fan. Maybe that's just me believing that.
The old cartoon. But so, I had seen The Princess Bride multiple times by the time I read the book.
Yeah, I read the book, and I thought the thing that sparked my interest was I wanted to read about their baby.
Oh, Buttercup's baby?
Buttercup's baby. Because
the joke book?
He, said something about Buttercup's baby, or he did an expert, or he just wrote this little part, and it was really interesting. It's like, oh, I'd love to read that, but he never did it.
So, at the end of it, it was like, write a letter to this address saying you want the book, Buttercup's baby.
No way.
Oh.
So my publisher will realize there's a demand for it. It was a joke. And so the book I read, he wrote a sample chapter.
Yeah.
I won't go into it, but yeah.
Okay.
So
it sparked my interest to want the book. Yeah.
Okay. My paragraph.
Your paragraph.
Yes, your paragraph. Yeah. Sorry, tangent.
Yep.
Come, my love, I'll tell you a tale about a boy and girl. I don't know all the words, but I love this movie. I love this movie. This is the perfect date movie. Somebody tried to tell me it was Top Gun. No, it's The Princess Bride. There's everything you could want for both sexes. Mm-hmm. There's romance. There's fencing. As the grandpa tells his grandson, This has got everything in it.
It's got it all.
Yeah.
Even kissing.
Yes. The best kiss of all time, according to the book. But just the characters, the quotes.
Yep.
On my mission, there was 2 movies that were quoted the most. This was the most quoted on my mission.
What was the second?
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah,
it is phenomenal.
And that's the thing too, is it is a wonderful, great movie. And they chose Carrie Yules, great choice, and Robin Wright.
Before she was Robin Wright Penn.
She was a great choice too, because it was introducing her, so you didn't have anything before, and it was like, okay, that's great. And then Andre the Giant, of course.
Yeah,
come on, that's like one of the perfect casting. And then
Mandy Patinkin,
as Ego Montoya, and it's like, yeah, okay, those 4 characters, and then
William Shaw says Vincini,
yeah. It's like, oh yeah, and then of course Prince Humperdinck was good.
Yeah.
I like Prince Humperdinck.
I don't remember the actor's name.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I know
Chris Sarandon. I don't know how to say
I know Christopher Guest played Count Rugen.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Six-Fingered Man.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the albino was pretty good too.
Yeah. And Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal.
And Carole King.
And that was his wife, right? Carole King was his wife?
Yeah, well, in the movie. I don't know if
in
it's
the movie. Yeah, in the movie. She was the...
Yeah.
He called her the witch. I'm not a witch. I'm your wife.
Yes.
A good one-liner.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I love when they're waving
Goodbye,
up.
boys. Have fun storming the castle.
Do you think it will work? It'll take a miracle. Bye, boys.
Yes. That's just some of the many quotes you can get out of this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And the best, with the Eagle Montoya repeating when he's fighting Christopher Guest and all that. That's amazing.
Well, he's fighting Count Rugen.
Yeah, Count Rugen and that sort of stuff. And, yeah, it's an awesome...
Hello,
awesome
my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that.
I think that's the most well-known one-liner. Everyone that I know knows that line.
Yeah.
They know who Inigo Montoya is and prepare. Yeah, everyone knows that line.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I talk to somebody about The Princess Bride, they know him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but nobody remembers the princess's name. Oh, what's in the princess name? Oh, I don't know.
Buttercup.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is people know a line in the show more than they know the names of the characters in that show.
And she does a really good job, but at the same time, she doesn't really have a lot of funny lines in this movie. Except, she tells the king, I'm going to kill myself. Oh, that's nice. But that's the king saying, oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's not her saying something funny, and, but she does a great job as Princess Buttercup.
So I don't know if IMDb do they list the characters in appearance, which I don't think they do. If you go to IMDb, Princess Buttercup is 16th person down. I'm like, how is she not at the top?
Yeah,
it's weird. It's I mean,
because in order of appearance, it's Fred Savage, the actress who played his mom, his grandpa, Buttercup, Wesley.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's
weird. Just to see her so far down the list.
Because I've looked at, with IMDb, when I've done it, when I've looked at movies, it's usually the main actor.
Right.
And then or actress. Yeah. I looked up for one of the other movies we're doing, going on 30. I looked that up and it was Jennifer Garner, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
And so I wonder who was second.
I don't remember. I just remember I was like, where is the princess? Why is she all the way down here? Is she not that popular in this movie? I don't know. I mean, Andre the Giant was before her.
So, I haven't seen it in a while, but when he grabs her, and you see the size of his hand compared to her head, his hand was bigger than her head.
Yeah. I was they had a sports documentary recently about him, and you just see him with a can of beer or and you're just like, what? That is, his hand is huge.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. And I found that funny, and then the saddest news, well, not the saddest news, but it was why are they doing this? They're remaking this. Did you see that?
I didn't see this.
Yeah, they're remaking this movie. And it's well, why would you do that? This is a great movie. This is a really good movie. Someone suggested this. Why don't they go back and remake the terrible movies and see if they can make them better? Not the good movies, and see it, and because they'll make them worse.
I could get along with that, but
I could get along with that.
Is it going to be a TV show, or is it going to be a movie?
No, it's a movie. Because I was looking at somebody's, and I want to say Jennifer Garner, she's in it.
Jennifer Garner?
Garner, yeah. Yeah.
She's Buttercup?
No, I don't know what she is, but she's in it.
Is she the woman who goes, bow to the queen of filth, the queen of...
I don't think she can pull that off. Do you?
I don't know. I haven't seen her in anything in a while, so...
It's somebody... They're two people that are dating that are doing it. It's one of the Jonas Brothers.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, that's going to be terrible.
Yes,
Terrible. terrible.
It won't have the song. Ding, ding, ding. Since I watched it, I've had that song stuck in my head.
Really?
Nonstop.
Nice.
What about...
No, say more, Mike.
I know. Well, I don't know how to.
We're trying to draw Mike in more.
All of the things they're talking about. Yeah, Dave's turned down my voice because I keep getting closer to the microphone.
Well, before it was like all weird. Anyway,
when I come away and I'm over here and he turns it up.
Yeah, because...
No, we were on it, and then we go all over the place. Sorry, everyone. I was just going to talk about the...
You have been doing this for a year.
Yeah, and I still suck at it.
No, I'm just saying that we do go all over the place.
Yeah. All right, I want everybody to know we got. I want, to me, the character of development. Right, we got Fezzik. Right, is that how you say his
Andre
name?
the Giant.
Andre the Giant. I call him the Bronze, and then we got Revenge. Inigo Montoya.
Inigo
Montoya.
You think a person who went to Spain, where Inigo is from, could say his name, but I cannot say his name.
Yeah.
And Vizzini. To me, Vizzini is the best. I love him. He is great. Perfect character. Mm-hmm. My favorite part is them drinking the tea, or going to drink the chalice of poison.
Yeah, the poisoned wine.
That is such a
iocane powder.
I love that, and I love his little. What's that behind you?
Oh, look over there!
Look over there! Yeah.
Yes.
Oldest trick in the book, and it's great. Anyway, so
and then he's talking. And he falls over.
Yep.
So funny.
So I told Dave I was going to introduce some best lines. My best lines for this movie are: "You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you," and then that's Inigo Montoya. And then the Man in Black: "You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die." I love that. Inigo Montoya again: "I just work for Vizzini to pay the bills. There's not a lot of money in Revenge." That's a good one. Oh. This one makes me laugh every time. It's crazy. I love this Vizzini saying, "He didn't fall? Inconceivable." You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Yes.
Anyway, that's my favorite. I love that part.
One of mine is when they're on the boat and they're going, and then
that rhymes.
The rhymes.
And then
it's so good.
Vizzini goes, "I mean it. Anybody want a peanut?"
Anybody want a peanut?
Love that one.
The rocks ahead. If they're all, we'd all be dead. Stop these rhymes now. I mean it. Does anybody want a peanut?
Yep.
And then when Inigo keeps looking back, it's like, "Are you sure no one's following us?" "Yeah, it's inconceivable." "Are you sure no one's following us?" "Yeah." "Why do you ask?" "Well, somebody's following us."
So, my favorite lines recently are, "Why do you wear a mask? Is it because you were scarred or something?" No, they're very comfortable. I think in the future, everybody will be wearing them.
Oh. Just over their mouth, not their eyes.
Yes. And then one of my favorites is the MLT line by Billy Crystal.
Oh, mutton,
lettuce, and tomato. Where the mutton's nice and thin and crispy, and the tomato's perfect. It's just perky. One of my bosses could quote that whole line.
Oh, really?
Verbatim whenever you wanted.
Cool.
Yeah. But the best line in it, for me.
Yeah.
"There are a shortage of perfect breasts in this world.
Yep.
It'd be a pity to damage yours."
Yeah, I didn't put that in my list of lines because I knew somebody else would have it. Somebody would bring that one up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think overall the movie's great, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the beginning of them, Vizzini, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to create a war. And so that's the whole thing of kidnapping the princess.
Yeah.
And I love when you were talking about how big Andre the Giant is, when he's actually carrying them up on that cliff, he is huge.
He's huge.
a ton of people on him. And when I watched it when I was a kid, I was like, no way, is that guy, like, is he in a costume?
Yeah.
Is this a Chewbacca dude? I mean, it was crazy how big he is.
You can see that some of them are dolls.
Yeah. I mean,
But
when they all get on the harness,
did you also
all around him.
know at the time that he had a bad back, so they had to protect him?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, like, when Wesley was on his back, like, if you knew that, you can see there's some type of contraption. And you can tell that he's a good wrestler because Wesley has this thing and he's just going like this. Like, Andre's just pushing his
You can watch that on
back up.
YouTube, everyone.
Yeah.
That crazy.
He's just like pushing it back and like, but it's like, oh, that's a wrestling move.
Yeah.
That's just faking it. And he's doing a great job at it. It's just, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like the Pit of Despair. The albino. Welcome. Welcome to the Pit of Despair.
Right.
I can endure it.
Oh, the 1 year, and he's like, tell me how you feel.
Interesting.
And then when Humperdinck gets all mad, not to 50! And then the scream, and everybody in the kingdom stops.
And then he's like, Fezzik, everybody move!
Everybody move! I wanted a Fezzik to do that for me in certain situations.
That's awesome.
So fun. He's awesome. Okay, so how often would you recommend watching this movie?
How often would I recommend you watch it, or how often do I recommend it?
Or how high do you recommend it, and how often people should watch
This
it?
is the best date movie ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
What if you're married?
Yeah.
Best date movie ever.
So how often? Like once a year, twice a year?
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yeah.
Every date
Every day?
with your wife?
Oh.
No, that would get a little old.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Well, how many times would you recommend it?
I would go off of how often I have watched it, and it's probably every 3 years.
Every 3 years?
Yes.
Why every 3 years?
I don't know. It's a DVD, and it just sits on my case.
Yeah, I could
but
see
when you go through, like, I don't know how many people have DVD cases. Probably a lot of people, right? Well, not Dave, our wonderful host. But when I'm going through, I'm like, and then, oh, Princess Bride. I haven't watched that in a while. Take that off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we did get it in Blu-ray, and it is so nice.
And it is on Disney Plus too.
It is on Disney Plus.
Yes, it is. That's how I watched it.
Yep.
I would say I would give it once a year or whenever you feel like watching that type of, because I think Fred Savage, Peter Falk type of thing, interaction as a grandchild and as a grandfather was a great thing. And
Who kills Humperdinck?
Yeah. And I did like how Deadpool once upon a time used Fred Savage for that.
Didn't see it.
Funny part. But Deadpool like kidnaps Fred Savage and they just recreate the whole Princess Bride thing. And it's Deadpool reading Deadpool to Fred Savage, and so it's pretty funny.
Did you notice that this movie takes place at Christmas time?
No. Oh, because he brings in a gift, but I thought it was just a...
There's a Santa hanging on the closet door, and when his mom opens the windows, you can see Christmas decorations on the houses outside.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
So this just went up on my holiday list.
Wow. Yeah, I thought it was more of a...
Yeah.
I didn't give a time to it.
If they do count, what's that John McClane one? Die Hard? As a Christmas?
Yeah, that's Christmas.
Yeah. It's at a Christmas party that the...
Yeah.
See? Bam.
But Bruce Willis says Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. Anyways.
Hey, just with the whole... I'm glad you brought up the, Ben Savage having his grandpa coming. Fred Savage. So I keep saying... In my brain, it's Ben.
Yeah.
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. That whole... It's kind of magical, right? That, Grandpa's reading me this story. Yeah. This is a story being read. It's not just a movie. It's a It's an actual story.
Yeah.
So I think that adds the magical, the humor.
Yeah.
I think that's why my kids, when we watched it, they were like, "Oh, cool! Grandpa's reading that dude a story."
Yeah.
And so,
And like, you don't have to like. You have that one line with the breath part, but all the other jokes, like you have the suicide, like you don't have to worry about it. Like the jokes aren't bad.
Yeah.
You don't feel like, oh, I got to turn this off if my kids, like your young kids, want to watch it. It's like, no, I don't have to turn it off.
no.
Because this is a good made movie, good lines. You don't have to worry about what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Exactly.
so it's great. So we would recommend you to watch this movie. Great movie. So please watch it and check out the podcast, and please rate, subscribe, and leave a comment
And share it with people.
Yeah,
Yes.
Share with people.
It is the best steak movie ever.
yes. I would agree with that one. I'll agree with that one.
Even against Hitch,
Ooh.
that's one of the top ones. Coming soon to a podcast near you.
Okay, have a great day. Thank you.